Tigers come into this game, I should say, with a record of 0-3, and the Waupun Warriors are at 2 wins and 1 loss. Special night here tonight, too, because the UW Stevens Point cheer squad is in town, and they are going to be cheering the Tigers on with the Ripon High School cheer squad. Always a special night, and it's great to have good weather for that as well. I'm Lynn Krause, along with my longtime friend and pal, Martin Ernzer. Marty is back from a little vacation that he took, and I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit about that during the broadcast, so I know that you will not want to miss that. But, Marty, last week the Tigers lost a very close one to Adams Friendship, 6-0. They had an opportunity to tie, go ahead, a miscue with an interception. The defense played well. However, they did have 3 face mask penalties, which did hurt them. And I know we've discussed this, for the last 3 seasons or so, that it's those little things, and it continues to haunt the Tigers, especially last week at a winnable game.
Yeah, it's called part of a winning program is discipline. And that's one of the aspects. Fundamentals is one of them. Discipline is the other. And maintaining one's composure. And that's part of the learning process, I think, that Coach Selgrad is selling, if you will, to this year's team, and hopefully gets the word out there. And it starts with the younger ages. But it was so, I'm somewheres, I think Cody, Wyoming, and I'm going, oh wait, how did they do Friday night? Honest to gosh, and I got on the iPad and I saw that, and I'm just thinking, hey, okay, all right. Hey, defensively, you got to feel really, really good about your efforts.
Yeah, I thought so too. They held Adams Friendship towards their goal line a couple of times. One was after a bad snap on a punt that went over Carter Kissinger's head, but the defense held. Another time they held at 4th and goal. That was in the 4th quarter when Ripon was able to take over and drive down the field on that last fateful drive. But nonetheless, it's a new week, and the Waupun Warriors, as mentioned, they come in here with a record of 2-1. And Marty, going back to last season when Ripon lost to Waupun 26-0 in that rainstorm, they have won now 4 out of the last 5, this year winning against Sturgeon Bay, New Holstein, and losing last week, conference game against the Dells, but by a good margin, 44-20. But 2-1 on the season, winning 4 of the last 5. Has been very un-Waupun-like.
Yeah, and let's face it, the Dells, they're one of those teams that it's in the top echelon of the conference, so there's no shame in losing to I call it the Hoities and the Toities. The Toities were trying to become the Hoities anyway. But, and I want to go to our interview with Coach Selgrad in just a bit here, because he talked about that when talking about what does Waupun like to do coming into tonight's contest. And he's talking about, you know what? They got really good athletes, and they love to throw the ball.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
We should mention that we're glad to have you along on the Ripon channel, listening and watching here on the YouTube Ripon channel, youtube.com/Ripon channel. Glad to have you along here tonight, and it is appreciated, and we hope that it's a big night for the
Tigers.
Ripon Tigers here tonight. But yeah, you're talking about the passing, the quarterback on the season, kid by the name of Chase Bame, and the receiver who's done most of the damage is a junior, kid by the name of Logan Prawl, number 22. And they've connected pretty well. Matter of fact, on the season, they're averaging about 25 points a game, and they've total pass yards is 563, and you balance that with only 296 yards rushing. So, yeah, they like to pass the ball for sure.
Sounds like great chemistry between those two.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the season, this Prawl is averaging 20 yards a catch. And second in line is this Braden Torres. He has 11 catches, and he's averaging about 12 yards a catch. And then a third player who has only 4 catches on the season, but regardless is averaging 26 yards a catch. And another athlete with 6 catches on the season, averaging 12. So they're going to wing it for sure, and Ripon's going to have to be ready, not only on the defensive line to try and put pressure on the quarterback, but also in that defensive backfield.
Wow. That's impressive. And I want to get to that interview with Coach and then we'll piggyback off of that, what he had to say, if we can.
All right, well, I guess we're all ready to go. And so, yes, Marty had a chance to talk with the head coach, Andrew Selgrad. Let's listen to that right now.
Coach Selgrad, I've missed you the last couple of weeks, but now we're back together. Talk to me. You got 3 games under your belt, you and your coaching staff. How do you feel about the team's progress where you are going into tonight's game?
We've made a lot of growth since the beginning of the football season, and last week was a tough loss for us, but it was probably our most competitive game up to this point. It really came down to just some of the mistakes that we've made, and that's what we've been working really hard to fix those this week. So the growth is there, and I'm really proud of what the boys have been doing.
Excellent. So Waupun comes in with a 2-1 record, 0-1 in conference, just like we are. What do they like to run? What do you look for defensively going against their offense? What are they going to try to do tonight?
They're going to try and spread us out. They like throwing the ball a lot, so they're more of a pass-heavy team as opposed to last week. So we seem to be flipping and flopping every week here. So they're very athletic. They got a lot of really good skill position players, and they're quick. So we got to be on our game, especially on the defensive secondary side of things, and make sure our eyes are right and we're reading the right keys and we're staying with our guys.
The best friend to secondary coverage is pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. What do you're gonna, you can pick your poison sometimes. You put too much pressure, you leave things open, but you sit back and read and try to react, and sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So how do you look at going after the quarterback tonight, if at all?
Well, our biggest thing is we got to make sure and contain the quarterback because he does like to break the pocket. So making sure we contain him with our D-line and then, send a backer when we need to make sure we can, get to him, put the pressure on, and force some bad throws.
Okay, and then one other question, I'll let you get back to your ball club. Where are you right now with regards to you had smaller numbers in week 1. Yeah. Have you got some players back that are available tonight and others that are injury-free now? Or have you come back?
Yeah, we've gotten the majority of our players back up to this point. In football, we're never injury-free,
right?
Especially when you're at the midpoint like we are the season. So we got our own bumps and bruises that we've been nursing, but, by and large, we're pretty much full strength.
Feeling good tonight?
I always feel good.
Hey, the boys from Prison City are in town, and I'm looking for a good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, we'll be right back for kickoff in just a bit.
Thank you to Coach Andrew Selgrad for that interview before the game tonight. The head coach for the Waupun Warriors, we should also mention, his name is Adrian Harmson. Marty, one thing for the Tigers I kind of want to pass along here, one of the real bright spots, especially last week and the week before, Parker Stellmacher. Now on the season, he's got 277 total rushing yards, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry, which is very good, and it seems like, man, you want to give the ball to him all the time.
Listen, you got a program that's doing what it can. It's learning how to win. And you got a guy that's giving you 5 yards a carry in a program that is not, to say the very least, a perennial winner. So that speaks volumes. It's another thing to have an established program like a Kiel, right, or a Freedom, where they just reload every year. So that's impressive. And you and I have seen him last season up until his injury, and early this season. Yeah, the kid runs hard. The kid has great vision, and he's fun to watch.
And another thing, if we could, get some consistent passing, Declan Dudzinski's averaging 16 yards every time he catches the ball. And, if you could find a perfect balance of those two, things would go well for Ripon.
Yeah, and it's easy for me to sit up here, look over the field and go, well, geez, I mean, why don't you just do a quick slant, quick pop pass, high percentage passes, and then kind of, feel good about yourself, get some first downs, and then get Stelmacher running, and then lo and behold, play action pass. Let's hit Dudzinski for 60 yards. Yeah, but it doesn't go that way. The opposing defenses have a lot to say about what they're going to allow you to do and how much time they're going to let you do it. Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you on the Ripon channel, youtube.com/Ripon channel. Marty, I know you've been keeping some stats there. Big conference games tonight. Can you review those for us?
Yeah, I tell you, the team that just squeaked out a win over our very own Tigers a week ago, Wisconsin Dells, travels to Adams Friendship. Adams Friendship coming off that 6-0 win over our very own Tigers. But the game you want to circle, the game you want to be aware of is Berlin. They're 2-1, 1-0 in conference. But that one loss they had, there's nothing wrong losing to a Kiel program that was just at state recently in a state championship game. Berlin and Nakusa is undefeated. I'm picking Berlin to upset Nakusa in Nakusa tonight. Wautoma is at Mauston, and then, of course, we have our Warriors, the boys from Prison City, are in town. Waupun taking on our Tigers. Can Ripon, what's going to be interesting to me, one, they have to stop with those face masks and those silly kind of things that extend drives for the opposition. They have to have composure, and field position will be important. They have good athletes. They have good size, Waupun does. And can Ripon, if they get hit in the mouth right away, metaphorically, of course, can they come back with composure and put together an offensive drive? That's what I'm looking for. You mentioned it. You gave the two names. You gave the three names. You gave the QB Hansen. On the ground, we got Parker Stelmacher, and we got Declan Dudzinski doing the damage over the top. Can they put together a balanced drive? That would be tremendous for this program.
Yeah, we will be finding out here after just a couple of minutes. Just going through these South Central Conference standings,
yes,
there's only been one game, but the winners have been Nakusa, Berlin, Adams Friendship, and Wisconsin Dells, and the losers have been Ripon, Waupun, Mauston, and Wautoma.
Yeah,
and
let me give you an idea of those four teams that are 1-0 in conference. They are 9-3 on the season. Of the bottom teams that are 0-1 from last week's opening conference, they are 2-10. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's the shot of reality right there. So, and Ripon at 0-3, we're not going to worry about scoreboard with the program. With Ripon's program, we're worried about getting better each time, and eventually we're going to look at a scoreboard. Hopefully this season, and the Tigers are going to have more points than the other team.
Well, they certainly have the opportunity tonight. Marty, one thing we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
This is a big game because of the little brown jug.
You're right, and I forgot about it. And Berlin, we did the game last year in Berlin. Berlin has it, and it literally is a little brown jug, and it's a long rivalry, a long custom.
Yeah, it dates back, I don't know, to the 30s or something, maybe
it goes
40s.
back. Somewhere if I can find my spiral notebook from a year ago, I probably have it written down. Because what I did, I looked at the oldest rivalries in the state of Wisconsin.
Oh yeah,
I got to go back
right.
and
you
find
have
that.
Yeah, you were mentioning that.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. And we talked about also what I found interesting was the funniest and the most interesting, the most unique mascot names of high schools.
That's right.
If you recall the one.
One was out in Colorado, wasn't it?
Well, it was Yuma, Arizona, the Yuma Criminals. And they came from behind to win. The opposing fans called them criminals as they left the field. 2 years later, the school board endorsed it. They became, and to this day, they are.
All right. We're going to pause now for our national anthem. All right, so we're back at Ingalls Field. The national anthem has just been performed. Weather, as I mentioned earlier, it's actually just a beautiful, beautiful night here.
Oh, it's 74 degrees. I can tell you that right now.
73 degrees. The winds are just out of the east at 6 miles an hour. The sunset will be at 7:08 p.m. tonight.
Halftime, it should be around 66 to 68 degrees at halftime.
I know we do get questions every once in a while about school enrollment. Between the schools because of the conference changes that we have every year. Ripon's was at 462 this fall. Waupun is at 569, so a little more than 100 students than what the Tigers have on. But regardless, you got to play football. That's what it's all about here.
Indeed. I'm seeing, are we seeing gold trim on the?
Yeah, it looks that way.
And it was always black and yellow, and now the Warriors have gone. They're feeling good about themselves with their win streak. You know what they're doing.
4 in a row, baby.
Hey, show me the money. They're rolling in the gold, folks.
Absolutely. So, looks like the Tigers will be receiving the opening kickoff to our right.
Okay.
So they will be heading from south to north here at Ingalls Field. Waupun will be kicking off. So it's a beautiful moon. Maybe later we can get a shot of that three-quarter moon up there in the sky out to the southeast.
My son coaches down in Illinois. 3 of the schools in the conference are Plainfield North, Plainfield South, and Plainfield East. Now, can you imagine if those 2 schools are playing each other and what you just said? You have North is lined up, they'll receive, so North will be going south, and South will be going north.
That would be a little confusing.
All right, thought I'd share that with you.
See the moon? What a beautiful looking moon tonight. Three-quarter moon. Thank you, Patrick, for that shot. Kicking off is Chase Bame. He's the quarterback, a junior, wears number 15 for Waupun. Back deep, we've got Declan Dudzinski, Carter Kissinger. Declan Dudzinski's here on the near side.
Ready
Kissinger
to go.
On the far side.
And by the way, that was Sam the Bam, the band director for Ripon, of that great rendition of the anthem. Sam the Bam Erickson.
So here's the kick. It's going to be short to the right. Looks like it's going out of bounds, and it does at around the 22.
Hey.
So that means the Tigers will get some good field position to start off.
Absolutely.
And that's what we like.
We like any advantage we can get. Absolutely. So, last year, Ripon did not fare well against Waupun.
Pouring rain, Marty. Remember that? It was just
because
ugly,
you parked.
ugly day.
If I recall, you parked the furthest away from the stadium as anybody I've ever known. I certainly did get my steps in that day.
Right.
I want to thank you for that.
The ball is going to be marked at the 35-yard line of Ripon on the left hash. The Tigers come up to the line. I formation, 2 receivers to the right. Nathan Hansen is the quarterback. He's a junior, wears number 8. Parker Stellmacher's behind him, wears number 23, and he is a senior. Out of the shotgun is Hansen, and he gets a snap. It's on the ground, but he's going to keep it, go right up the middle. Hey, crosses the 35 around the 40 to the 41. Good play on first down.
Hey, I call that the jitterbug. His footwork was just that, just jittering right up the A-gap for real good yards on a busted play, right?
Basically, yes. Yeah. I mean, he may very well was going to keep it. I don't really know, but regardless, 6 yards, 2nd and 4, you're going to like that. So from the 41-yard line, this time a receiver right and a receiver here on the near side, same formation. Hansen, the ball, Stellmacher right up the middle. Oh, he gets hit right away at the 40-yard line. Nice tackle out there by Waupun, and that's going to be number 30. And, of course, we don't have a number 30 on our roster.
So they closed that down in a hurry. That interior tackle just came down. He came down on the center from right to left, and there was Stellmacher right in his sights for a 1-yard loss.
He was right there, and correct. Loss of 1, now 3rd and 5. Hoping for some positive yardage, but not able to get it. So we've got Hansen, receivers right and left. Stellmacher behind.
They are stacked in there for the run.
Here's Stellmacher right up the middle. Hey, crosses the 40.
Fumble.
Did he fumble the ball? No. He went all the way through, crosses the 45 to the 47 for a first down.
I thought they were stripping that from him, but he did get right up the gap, didn't he? What a huge play for this young Tiger outfit.
He stayed low to the ground, Marty, broke a couple of tackles, and he scooted right through to the 47. 1st and 10.
That was 3rd and 5. That's one of those plays that Ripon hasn't been able to execute this season. That's a good sign early on in the contest.
Kyle Schleyline is the little fullback there. Here's Stelmacher again, crosses midfield to the 49, maybe 48, before he goes down.
Offensive line for the Tigers, Lynn, looks like they're firing off the ball.
Tackle that time for Waupun. We have Landon DeGroff, a senior, and also number 10, Isaiah Thirk, a junior, for the Warriors. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6, now in Warrior territory.
Well, look for Coach Selgrad to keep this ball on the ground the way they're having success early on in their first drive.
Hansen the snap. Stelmacher again right up the middle. He hesitated a little bit, but still going to get a couple of yards. We're going to call it probably the 47. So 2 yards will bring up 3rd down and about 4. Very doable for Ripon.
Yep, they are obviously in the visitors' side of the field now. Another 3rd down situation. They converted that run with Stelmacher earlier on 3rd and 5.
One thing I haven't seen, Marty, them go to the outside. They've been right up the middle.
Right, and you can look at the defense, particularly the way they got the box stacked if you're Waupun.
All right, here's Stelmacher now to the outside. He had to cut in to break a tackler, and boy, he got free. 45-40, almost to the 35-yard line before he goes down.
He just optioned that linebacker, outside linebacker, just made him freeze, threw him a he just buckled his legs.
His shoes are still out there, Marty.
I think so.
What a nice move.
My goodness, what a move. And it started out slow when he cut up inside that block. And then when he broke it out to the off right tackle, he just made a guy grab for air, and that was it. In fact, he didn't get a chance to grab. He just sat there with his feet stuck in the ground.
Gain of 11 to the 36 of Waupun. Ball is the right hash mark. 1st down and 10. Hansen waits the snap. Has it. Going to pass across the middle. Caught at the 30. Down to the 29-yard line. And that is Declan Dudzinski.
Well, we talked about it. You know, Hansen at the QB, the junior. You got the senior running back, Stelmacher, Parker. And then you got Declan Dudzinski, number 3, who just showed us he can catch the ball. And he's probably the number 1 target for Hansen. You know, isn't that interesting? You're having success on the ground. You have not been stopped, and yet Coach Selgrad felt comfortable to go to the air in that situation.
Gain of 7. 2nd down, 3.
Nice.
Hansen, Stelmacher up the middle, tries to cut to the outside. He's going to be very close to the 1st down, but I think he'll be a yard short at around the 27. This is a good-looking drive, Marty, very indicative of the last drive the Tigers had last week against Adam Friendship. They didn't score, but they had a nice combination of some running, passing.
And how if you go back to the first play of this game, because the kick was out of bounds, so the very first play of this game, the snap was to the ground.
Yeah.
We got positive yards, and Ripon offense so far is looking very capable.
3rd and 1. This is a big 3rd down. Stelmacher, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to lose a yard. Tackler Cody Callerood, a junior for the Warriors.
Well, Cody, I was just in Cody, Wyoming, and they have the professional cowboy circuit at the stadium there. And let me tell you, Cody did some wrestling himself, some lassoing himself right there. That was a nice kiss.
It was, but it's a loss of 1. So now the Tigers have some work to do, Marty, on 4th and 2. Parker Stelmacher, though, out of the game.
Yep.
Looks like we're going to have Eric Cumber as the deep guy. He gets the ball up the middle, and it's going to be very close.
They're spotting that. It's going to be about a foot short.
Is it?
Yep.
Boy, it's very close. He got hit.
I'm looking at where the ref came running down before they played. No,
I don't know. I think we might have to. Oh, they gave him a 1st down.
I love the call.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the call.
You know, It was going to be really close.
Holy smokes. You look where that ball is, and you look where they got that stick.
Oh, no, hold on. Now what do we got?
Yeah,
we're going to measure now.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that, and I'm going, really? You're going to give it to him? If I'm the Waupun coach, I'm going, come on.
Well, now I think he's going to be short now.
Well, yeah.
You jinxed it, Marty.
Well, they moved the ball back.
They did move the ball back, yeah.
No, he's short by a foot. I said right after the play, before they put the ball down, I said about a foot short. Let's see what this is.
Yep.
About a foot short.
About a foot short. So it's turned over on downs, and that's too bad. But, the officials, they set the ball down, give a first down indication, and then all of a sudden they go, oops, no, let's try this again.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Right, and it's week 4, is it not?
I don't understand that. I mean, now, to be fair, it was the correct call to move the ball back, and the spot was probably correct that they didn't make it.
Yeah.
But still, why are they doing it that way in the first place?
Yeah, don't be in a hurry to make that call.
All right. Well, the ball's turned over on downs to the 26-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Waupun.
And there's less than 6 minutes left in the first quarter, so they ate up some clock there, too. They kept that high prolific offense for Waupun off the field up until now, their first opportunity.
Chase Bame out of the shotgun, running back to his left, 3 receivers out. Here's a pass across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. It was intended there for Braden Torres, the senior. Good coverage by Declan Dudzinski on the D.
It was good, but it was a strike, and Torres should have hung on to it. But I think he saw that safety coming down in front of him, and good coverage from behind, like you said, by the senior for Ripon. So, yeah, they sling it, don't they?
2nd down, 10. That's Hayden Reeder, left of the quarterback Bame. This time it's a pass to the right. Caught at the 26, running forward. Looks like it's going to be Logan Prawl, 22, the receiver.
That's too nice there. That was just, once he caught it, man, you got to lay some wood on him. You can't tap dance. You're slow dancing with him and giving him three yards he shouldn't have had.
So he gets 6 on the play to make it 3rd down and 4. Ball at the left hash mark.
But I see what they're doing. They're going to keep the ball in front of them, the Ripon defense is. They don't want to give up the big play.
Back to pass. Bame scrambling now to his left. He's going to take off and run.
And he delivered the blow.
I think he got it. He got the first down right around the 42. And you're right. He put his shoulder down. The Ripon defenders did their best to stop him, but I just don't think they did. It's going to be close.
Yeah, he lowered that shoulder nice onto the Ripon defender.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it by about a yard. And
I hope he's okay.
We have a Tiger down on the field. I think he took the brunt of that hit. And I don't know who that is out there.
No. We do not know.
But I'll tell you what, due to the injury, we have 5 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We are going to take a break, and we'll come back when play resumes. We are back live. The injured player was Logan Stewart, the sophomore defensive back for the Tigers. I think he was just shaken up a little bit, Marty. He took quite a hit. That Bame is a big kid, that quarterback for Waupun. But he did get the first down by about a yard, so it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball's at the 37-yard line. Ball's at the left hash mark. Bame, the quarterback. Running back to his right is going to be Hayden Reeder, a senior. And he gets the ball, kind of gets a yard, and down he goes. Good defense there by the Tigers. See if I can get that number for you. That's going to be Weston Page, the sophomore, 53. Is that correct? Oh, it could have been Riley Jackson, 64 as well. One of those two made the tackle. So gain of 1, second down 9. Reeder again, cuts up the middle, crosses the 40 to about the 42 before he goes down. Nifty little run that time by Reeder. Declan Dudzinski on the tackle.
Nice trip up by Braden Dudzinski. Number 22, got him right around the ankles. Nice job.
So now it's a big third down, Marty, about 3rd and 5 from the Waupun 42.
I wonder if they're going to pass.
Surprised they ran the first 2 times, but 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback out of the shotgun, Bame, waits for snap, got it. Back to pass, looking to the right side, going to throw down by the 40, over the head, just the outreach arms of Emmett Hall, and a good effort, but incomplete, 4th down.
I am mystified, as you are, as to why they ran on 1st and 2nd down the ball. I don't get it. This team is all about passing, and put what better pressure to put on the Tigers than to be back in that shotgun with some capable receivers and a very good throwing quarterback. That surprised me, and he overthrew his intended target there. Good news for the Tigers. As long as this isn't a trick play, they're getting the ball back.
Yeah, Waupun in punt formation. Bame to punt. High punt. Kissinger's back.
Just get away.
He's going to let it bounce. Takes a Waupun bounce and then goes sideways at the 27 or 28-yard line. So not great field position, but not awful either for the Tigers.
Yeah. No, it's they're going to get their second possession now. They had a really good drive the first time out there with Stellmacher primarily. Now he left the field, was not there on a very important 4th down conversion attempt. He wasn't out there, which made you wonder what's going on, but I think he's out there now, so more importantly.
Well, he could very well be gassed. I mean, he's carrying the ball quite a bit there early, but still.
Yeah, no long runs, so he should be fine.
4 minutes, 10 seconds remain here in the first quarter. No score between Ripon and Waupun. Ripon's ball, second possession at their own 28-yard line, ball at the right hash mark. Stellmacher behind Hansen. Hansen's going to keep it. Cut to the outside, trying to get the corner, but he's not going to make it as he is brought down by a hustling Graham Goplin for Waupun.
I like the idea, the call. I'll just flat out say it. Hansen is not a speedster, and there was no deception there. I like the idea of going, hey, these guys they're all watching 23. There's no surprise here who the bell cow is for the offense for the Tigers. It's just that even with that fake which it made the defense freeze momentarily, just couldn't get anything out of it.
It's a loss of 3 to the 25. Second down and 13. Back to pass. Hansen goes. Caught at the 32. Declan Dudzinski gets out to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Good-looking play, and it's going to be a gain of 10 to bring up 3rd and 3.
Well, I'm seeing something that a lot different than the first 2 games that I covered this year when it comes to the passing game. First of all, I'm seeing routes that are much more definitive, and they're sitting down. They're coming off the ball, the receivers, and then they sit and boom, and the ball is there. Hansen's making a decisive decision and getting the ball and putting something on it. He's throwing it. He's not steering it. And we saw that earlier to Declan Dudzinski in that first drive.
Big 3rd and 3 from the 35. Kissinger in motion to the right. Hands off, Stellmacher up the middle. He's got the first down and more as he crosses the 40-yard line to the 41.
And even with number 30, who's a tough hombre for them that we don't have the number of, he grabbed Dudzinski or Stellmacher's jersey, and that wouldn't stop him either. So we're seeing a fired-up offense for the Tigers. This is something I missed last week's contest. 2 weeks ago and the week before to start the season, I'm not used to seeing this. This is the way they come out of the huddle. They're going up to the line with confidence. This coaching staff is to be commended just in the body language and the way they're firing off the ball, Lind.
Gain of 6, 41. Kissinger in motion to the right. Stellmacher again. Oh, this time he got kissed in the backfield by Cody Callerud, the junior.
Yeah, that was too. Boy, when he talked about people that make decisive decisions, that was a run blitz. And Mr. Cody Callerud, did he get the right hole on that blitz. The linebacker, he's your right side linebacker.
Well, it's going to be a loss of 2. Thought it could have been worse. So it's 2nd down and 12. Hansen, across the middle, caught nicely, midfield. That's Dylan Martina, the junior.
Once again, we talked in pregame about maybe a pop pass here, high percentage. But they got the rhythm going. They got such nice timing, and they seem to be attacking the right spots behind the linebackers very well.
To the 47 of Waupun, and another first down for the Tigers. Under a minute now in the first quarter remains.
What an early chess match this is. Okay, you're going to take away our running game? Fine. We're going to take what you don't think we can do, and we're going to beat you with the pass and move the chains.
Nathan Hansen, Stellmacher, 45.
Look at that.
On his feet, the 40, 39, being pushed all the way to the 35-yard line.
Rugby players would be proud.
Yes. And it's another first down for Ripon.
Man, oh, man.
Stellmacher just wasn't going down, and his teammates helped him, pushed him over. All the way to the 36-yard line, we'll call it.
Well, how many yards? I'd love to see that play again from the time there was the first contact made on Stellmacher until he finally decided to go down on the turf.
1st and 10. All right, Hansen going to roll right, wanted to pass.
There you go.
Scramble.
There you go.
35 inside,
nice.
Close to the 30 before he goes out of bounds. Looks like it could be a gain of about 6.
You got a balanced offense going right now with the run and the pass for Ripon. So Waupun defensively doesn't know really what is Ripon going to do on the second or third down. So what do they do, Ripon? Coach Selgrad, we're going to go to play action pass. That froze him, and then he just tucked and ran. He didn't like what he saw in terms of defensive coverage on his receivers. So what a good decision that was for a 6-yard gain.
Right at the 30, 2nd down, we'll call it 5. 4 seconds remain in the quarter. Stellmacher gets the handoff up the middle.
Wow.
And he goes down just shy, I think, of the first down. They're going to be very close at the 26.
Well, I'm waiting for him to give him the first down and then come back and measure it and say, no, it'll be 3rd and short.
Well, we'll see what happens. But in the meanwhile, that is the end of the first quarter with our score. The Ripon Tigers 0, Waupun Warriors 0. Back with the beginning of the second quarter in just a moment. All right, we're back live on this 1st and 10 play. Here's a handoff from Hansen to Stellmacher. And Stellmacher does get caught after a gain of 2. And, Marty, he didn't go down, though.
No.
He just kind of got held up.
Hey, let's give credit to Hansen. That snap was at his feet, and you got that it's all timing on that handoff. And because when you come off of that snap, that running back expects that ball to be there. And give Hansen credit for reaching down to the ground, grabbing it, and still getting a secure handoff to Stellmacher.
Gain of 2 to the 23. Second down, 8. Back to pass. Hansen looking across the middle. Oh, an ill-advised pass intercepted at the 15-yard line.
And the difference there, when he stands and throws definitively versus on his back foot and kind of floats it and kind of half arms it. This is why we're learning to crawl before we walk. And this is the program, and this is it's the unfun part of the game when
Tell
you're,
you what, though,
when you're learning.
What a catch by the Waupun defender. He was on his backside when he caught it.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's Waupun's ball at their own 15, 1st and 10.
If I'm Waupun, I'm looking to do some damage early.
Bame,
bubble
pass
screen
up to the right side, caught, but down he goes. I think he slipped, was Logan
Well, there's
Paul.
a reason why he slipped. Give credit to that coverage out there. It was a bubble screen, well executed, but Ripon defense was able to get out there in a hurry and gave him marginal yards on that.
Gain of 3, we'll call it, Marty,
but
to the 23.
They spread you out. Coach Selgrad said that, and you can see it. They did it last year when we played them in Waupun. They spread you out, and then they'll go for the deep pass when they feel like it.
2 receivers to the left, 1 in motion. Jet sweep,
Yep.
He gets the ball, and he breaks one tackle.
Nice.
And he is going to just get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
It's a 1-yard gain at best. Once again, defensive pursuit. The man that got there first doesn't get credit for the tackle, but he sure as heck made him stop, put the brakes on, and his fellow teammates' pursuit didn't disappoint him.
The Cumber boys, Travis Cumber and Eric Cumber, were in on that tackle.
Well, let's see if they can get a Cumberland intercepted pass.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 6.
Big down here.
Bame throws to the right. Caught. Oh, tackle just missed. It was caught out there by Braden Torres.
Yeah.
And just enough for the first down.
And the underclassman read it really well.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. He read it really well. And he just kind of over-pursued it.
Tackled him a little high, I think,
and
too.
legs are stronger than arms.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. But it was there to make it 4th and short. But
well, big enough gain for a first down out to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for Waupun. Ball's at the right hash. Reeder to the right side. Bame, little pass out there, caught. And he goes out of bounds, close to a first down. Again, Braden Torres on the reception. Looks like he's going to be short by a couple of yards, Marty.
10th grader Travis Cumber, from what I could tell, 26, had that tackle.
Gain of 9, we'll call it. 2nd down and 1. So Waupun on the move after a Ripon interception.
And they just keep going wide out to the flats, stretching that defense.
Chase Bame. Here's a handoff to Reeder. Beautiful tackle for loss by the Tigers.
Oh, what a man bear hug that was.
Nice job. And that is going to be Kyle Schleyline, 25. And he's just a freshman.
Wow.
And he's played well all season.
Yeah. He must have watched Cody Colruyt over on the sidelines and said, you know what? I can do a Cody move.
Loss of 4 makes it 3rd and 5. All right, Bame back to pass, looking to the left, throws. Oh, it's going to be incomplete.
What a great right hand by the defensive coverage by
Declan Dudzinski, intended for Graham Gopelin.
What an athletic play by the senior Declan Dudzinski. Because it was beautifully thrown.
It was.
A great route, good concentration for a minute. It looked like it was going to be a reception.
For an instant, I did, but
and Dudzinski
got that in there.
Between his right hand and getting between the receiver's both hands on that ball, just a great play.
Then when they hit the ground, he just couldn't hang on. Good job, Dudzinski. All right, Bame back to punt. It's a good punt. Carter Kissinger going to let it hit at the 35. It takes a rip and bounce to about the 37 or 38-yard line. So the Ripon defense holds, Marty, 9:02 in the second quarter.
Back-to-back defensive efforts holds, and they're coming off of a game where they only allowed a touchdown a week ago. So we're starting to see the defense for the Tigers definitely showing some consistent improvement. Very impressive. The other thing that comes to mind is last game I did was at Clintonville in that elephant grass, and it was so funny to watch a punt and how that ball would respond and just thud and sit right there. And now we're back to seeing a ball that, that might work in your favor or move. But we saw that 6-inch grass in Clintonville just swallow up the football.
Marty, this is a Waupun team averaging 25 points a game, and right now they're shut out with 9 minutes to go in the second.
Yeah, just remember it's a passing game that they bring to the table, and that can change in an instant.
Hansen, Stellmacher up the middle, got a room, crosses the 40. Down to about the 43. Good run by the Tigers.
Yeah, he was brought down by Wesley Kunz, the junior, number 32.
Yep, to the 43. Gain of 6. Second down 4 for Ripon.
I'll tell you, offensive linemen, they love playing knowing you have a really outstanding running back behind you. It makes them work harder, realizing that if I can just maintain my block, I know that Stellmacher can do the rest of it.
2 receivers to the left for the Tigers. Hansen, Stellmacher again. Going to pick a spot. Breaks to the outside. 45 midfield. 2 around the 40. Still on his feet. He broke a tackle at the 45 to the 40 of Waupun. He goes down finally at the 39.
You and I up here in the booth, as long as half of that defensive unit for the Warriors thought he was already down at the 45.
I thought he was, yes.
Yeah. And, of course, it's on the far side of the field, which doesn't allow us to see through that mass of humanity. But, boy, is Stellmacher showing some moxie here tonight.
It's a big gainer and a big first down. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 18 on the play to the Waupun 39, 1st and 10.
A lot of confidence being displayed by the Tigers early
Hansen,
on.
Stellmacher again up the middle, 35-30, still going, breaking tackles down to the 18-yard line.
Is he slicing and dicing like a Ginsu knife right up the middle, the A-gap? And he is making people miss. Oh, my goodness.
And he's running with confidence, Marty.
Oh, we've seen what he can do when he gets to the edge. This is going up the A-gaps. So the coaching staff must have saw something. If they want to put pressure on the edges to take that away from Stellmacher, it looks like to me maybe Ripon says, okay, we'll go up inside the tackles. And what the last 2 runs by Stellmacher in the blocking up front by the Tigers has been very impressive.
To the 19, 1st and 10. Stellmacher with a break. Oh, fumble. Oh, my gosh. Into the air. Taken away by Waupun, the number 30. He's going to run it all the way back for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
This is what happened on the.
Oh, my goodness.
On that exchange, that ball squirted out of the running back's hands. It squirted right out of his hands into the lap of number 30. 30 was standing there. He wasn't involved with the play. He's just there. And he says, oh, my. Okay, I'll take this.
That's like 81-yard fumble return.
In the air. Never hit the ground. It squirted out of the Ripon player's hands right into the chest. About, 2 yards in front of him, 6 feet, 7 feet, right in front of him. He said, okay. And there was nobody there once he secured the ball. That is one of the quirkiest plays I've ever seen in football at any level.
Well, it goes against Ripon. Score with 7:09 remaining in the second quarter. All right, point after touchdown play. Boehm is under center this time. And, he fumbled the ball himself. And so at least
Ripon's not excited, so Waupun must have recovered.
Well, at least the point after touchdown is no good, so that, tampers some of the excitement for Waupun and limits the damage for the Tigers. But 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. And after that, it's Waupun 6, Ripon 0. And
there's
up to that point, Marty, Ripon is really playing a good game.
Hey, there's a lot of upside here on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, what have they done? They've stopped Waupun and forced their punt teams out on both of the 2 offensive possessions that Waupun has had in that prolific passing attack. Offensively, what have they done, Ripon? They're moving the ball. They're moving the chains. They're doing everything you're supposed to. They're mixing the pass into the run game, and they're looking really good. So, and by the way, they're taking care of control and not self-inflicting themselves with penalties and things like that. So there's a lot of upside. But like I said, this is a program that's learning how to win, and you're going to continue to see things like that. That's what happens with when you're trying to make a program, right? When you're trying to get things turned around and right the ship.
Boy, that hurts though. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That really hurts.
And it's supposed to hurt. And when you're on the sidelines, you got to get a short memory. Think about that later tonight. But the good news is you're thinking, you know what? We're moving this ball. We're getting into that red zone on that drive. We can do this. That's what you're instilling confidence.
All right, well, Ripon's going to get the ball back. It's going to be a nice kick taken at the 20-yard line, and then he fumbles the ball himself, and then he finally goes down, and that's Braden Dudzinski after maybe a gain of 1. And, oh, boy, a little shaky with the ball there in these last 2 instances when the Tigers had possession. So it's going to be at the, 22-yard line? And that's where Ripon is going to start 1st and 10. 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Warriors 6, Tigers 0.
Well, what a play that was for number 30, a gift. Yeah. Christmas came early.
Boy, I guess, huh?
And, in fact, I don't even see him out there. He's still on the oxygen. Man, I'll tell you that right now, the big fella.
All right. Handoff, Stellmacher. Going to cut up the middle. Tough yardage.
There was some hard hitting right there on that play.
Probably gets a gain of a couple, I guess, maybe to the 24. Oh, no, gain of 1.
Yeah, that was 23. A hard-earned 1 yard.
That it was. The ball's at the right hash. Stellmacher really has been outstanding for the Tigers here in this first half. And actually, Hansen, too. I mean, a couple of really good passes to Dudzinski and had that unfortunate interception. And then, of course, the bad snap exchange that resulted in a Waupun touchdown.
Okay, you need good yards here if you're Ripon to make it a 3rd and manageable.
Hansen, Stellmacher, and he breaks a couple of tackles, crosses the 25 down to about the 28-yard line.
Man, players are finding out for Waupun, when you make first contact with Stellmacher, unless he hasn't got his motion going yet, man, you think he's down? He turned nothing into something to make it a very doable 3rd and 4th here inside Ripon's own 30.
Tough gain of 5 for Parker. 28-yard line. Big 3rd down for the Tigers.
They got twin receivers up top on the wide side.
Stellmacher up the middle. Tries to cut to the outside. Doesn't break. He breaks more tackles. And Marty, he got the first down on second effort.
No, that was 3rd effort, Lynn.
Okay.
My goodness. I mean, they got to be scratching their helmets going, what is it with this guy?
Yeah, how are they going to stop him? Out to the 35.
What is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So a nice run out to the 35, and it's another first down for Ripon. 5:15 remains in the second quarter. Now Ripon has all 3 of their first half timeouts, as does Waupun. Again, Ripon trailing 6-0. Hansen out of the shotgun, low snap, gets it to Stellmacher, crosses the 35, and he gets knocked down at about the 38. Still a gain of 3 on the play. So it's the Parker Stellmacher show for the Tigers, and you just have a feeling he's broken a couple for at least 15, another one, a little over 20 yards. You just have a feeling that he's going to break a real big one.
Early in the season, we've seen what he does most effective, getting to the edge off tackle. Well, now we're seeing him
back
going
to pass. Hansen throws it up high in the air, and it hits the ground, incomplete.
Well, it was
intended for Declan Dudzinski, coverage by Miles Sheridan.
Sheridan had an interception, and the Ripon intended receiver slipped, and when he slipped, he hit Sheridan to break up the interception. So very fortuitous play by the Ripon intended receiver to take away the interception.
In that time, Marty, the ball, on both of those interceptions, it seems like the ball's been floating.
And that's why I mentioned earlier about how assertive the decision making.
Early on it was.
The decision, and he's getting time to pass. He was under duress on that one.
All right, 3rd 7.
Look out.
Hanson back to pass.
Oh, did he get hit?
And he throws another interception, this time at midfield.
Yeah.
Caught by Braden Torres on the interception, and he returns it inside the Ripon 40 to the 38-yard line.
Untouched on the blitz on Hanson, and he got smoked. Hanson, the quarterback for the Tigers, got smoked on the release, and the secondary was all over that. Nice interception by Waupun.
Well, it's 4 minutes, 13 seconds remain now in the second quarter. Warriors ball. Defense going to have to dig in. This is at the 38-yard line of Ripon.
Len, they need to return the favor with a turnover.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Bame back to pass. And rolling to the right, being chased. Braden Dudzinski. Down he goes, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, he's avoiding the sack. It's too bad they don't have that as a rule, evidently, at the high school level, because there was nobody there to catch the ball, and he was avoiding a 12-yard sack. Great pressure by the Tigers, who I didn't see who that was.
That was Braden Dudzinski.
Okay, great.
The
nice
junior
job
for the Tigers.
Yeah,
broke free there.
Yeah, he had a sack there, draped all over him, and Bame was able to throw it away.
All right, 2nd down, 10. Bame looking to the left, under pressure. Gets away from one Tiger, now throws across the middle, and it is caught by Logan Prawl, and it's going to be a gain of about 12, enough for a first down.
Boy, can Bame throw strikes on the move. What a nice arm that was. He snapped that to the receiver, hit him in the numbers, and while sprinting out to his right.
To the 27.
Being chased.
1st and 10, Waupun. 3:35 remains in the second quarter.
Can someone come up with a big defensive play?
Bame, flag down, right side, caught to the outside, and finally brought down at the 10-yard line. Looks like it's caught out there by Caden Del Ponte.
Flags at the line of scrimmage, thrown on the far side of the field. So it's either going to be typically offsides on the good guys or movement on the offense. Let's find out.
I'm going to correct myself. It was Braden Torres on the catch, number 0.
Yep.
Looked like an 11 from up here, but we're distance away. So they're still discussing the flag issue.
I think they know what they're doing. They just haven't shared it with us yet, Lynn.
All right, so it's going to be against Waupun. It was 1st and 10 from the 27.
Illegal motion.
Illegal shift, yep. So that puts the ball back to the 32. So a little break for the Tigers there.
Big break if you look at where that pass went after the catch.
So now 1st and 15. Bame throws to the right. Caught by Torres, 30, 25, 20. Now cuts to the outside to the 15. Tackled down about the 13-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Waupun first down.
Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on there in that secondary coverage by Ripon on that. It's like the first guy that was there kind of froze, and the other guy that was trying to get to him was almost being sealed off by his teammate. That was awkward looking.
The tackle was by Traxton Pick, the freshman for Ripon. So now the ball's down to the 13. First down, 10. Bame hands the ball off to Reeder. Caught in the backfield and a tackle for loss. What a great job by the Tigers. I believe that's going to be, what number was that?
I'm watching the big guy right up the middle.
60.
don't like.
I
the
think
numbers.
it was 65 Adam Mink. That's who I think
It's a
it
good
was.
guess. He'd be the right tackle.
I think that's who it
Ripon.
was. Yeah, 65.
Man,
So great job by Mink. Loss of 3,
Boy,
second 13.
Boy, does he throw him? Might be 63. Does he throw him down?
Caught a little screen play. That's going to be to Hayden Reeder, and he's going to be tackled down around the 10.
Braden Dudzinski, 22, looked like to me.
Good job by Dudzinski to make the tackle. We're under 2 minutes now. Waupun still has all 3 timeouts, but they're facing a third down and a long 6, it looks like. Ball's going to be right at the 10.
Yeah, the whole key here is to figure out a way to get to Prahl, right? Make him do something before he wants to do it through the air.
Bame, Reeder. Oh, nice tackle again in the backfield.
That's
by
65.
the Tigers. That's 65 again. Adam Mink, the senior.
Yeah, and I think 63 might have had that tackle a couple plays back, the right tackle for Ripon. He seems to have the franchise on the way that he comes in high and throws them down like they did something, like they said something bad to him.
Loss of 1, fourth down 7.
He tackles angry, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Big fourth down. Bame back to pass, throwing into the end zone, and it is caught by Emmett Hall. Touchdown, Warriors.
That's just automatic. He says, I'm throwing that to the back pylon. Bame just throws it out and knows he's going to run under it, and the defensive back for Ripon, that was over. Once the receiver broke to the corner, it was over.
Yeah, it was 11-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful pass play.
It was.
It's a timing pattern to the back pylon.
2 juniors, Chase Bame to Emmett Hall.
Yeah.
All right, so Waupun's going to go for 2. By the way, that touchdown comes with 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, also commonly referred to as the first half.
Strange
that's me.
Setup here. It's going to be Prahl, gets the direct snap. He's not going to make it. Good job by the Tigers D out there. That's Braden Dudzinski who made the tackle. Wasn't fooled by the offensive alignment.
Wasn't that interesting? He goes back in a naked offensive backfield and gets it. So everyone thinks he's going to pass, and then he tucks and runs, but the defense was up to the challenge. Nice job. I think the defense, even though they got scored on just now, did a great job with those turnovers that the offense has put our defense into that situation. The defense can feel really good about the way they played this first half. And the offense, for that matter, they're going to see halftime stats, Lynn. Offensively, yards gained, both on the ground and in the air. And then they're going to go under that one column, turnovers. And that tells pretty much the story here on in the first half. The turnovers by Ripon has been the thing that they have to improve on.
Well, that touchdown comes with 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and that changes our score. It's now the Waupun Warriors 12 and the Ripon Tigers 0. Tigers have all 3 timeouts, but as mentioned, only 52 seconds to work. Here's Bame with the kickoff. It's a good kickoff, going to be taken right around the 13-yard line. Running up the middle, strong is the Ripon carrier, and he crosses the 25 to about the 27-yard line before going down. And let's see who it is. It's going to be number 10. Oh, yeah, that is going to be Vincent Meek, the sophomore.
Yep.
He got the ball. He knew what to do with it. Go right up the gut.
Yeah, he didn't like the way he was thrown down by 88.
Yeah.
A little extra after the tackle, and I like the way he got up to his feet and took exception to it. Referee's talking to him.
Why didn't they talking to the Waupun kid? That's what they should have been
That was my
talking
next
to.
sentence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the ball's at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. We're at 46 seconds now. 2 receivers to the right. Hansen in the shotgun.
Blitz.
Hands off to Stellmacher. And the penalty marker down. Stellmacher goes down. The tackled by Owen Kloosterboer. He's just a freshman for Waupun.
It'll go against Ripon in the backfield. Nothing there. We were just looking to wind the clock out here and go into the locker room down a couple of scores. And you look how those scores happened for Waupun, both coming off of Ripon turnovers. The first one, just unbelievable play that you wouldn't even sit at home with paper and pencil and dream of. Okay, we're going to, on the snap of the ball, as Ripon is moving the ball several yards down the field on the handoff, it's going to squirt out of the running back's hands into the chest 6 feet away of the defensive lineman, and then he is going to sprint, what was that, 70, 80 yards?
81. Yeah.
81 yards. Nuts.
Penalty was holding, so puts the ball back to the 13, first down 20.
Just be smart here.
Here's Parker Stellmacher, and he's going to go down at about the 11.
I don't get this. I'm just going to take a knee and offer myself up. I'm not going to let why let Stellmacher take a beating here, because they know they're not going to pass, and Stellmacher in the last 2 plays is taking a beating on those handoffs.
And Waupun's not calling a timeout either. So, and we are at halftime. So the clock has reached 0, and our halftime score: the Waupun Warriors 12, Ripon Tigers 0. Waupun scored on that freak play, 81-yard fumble recovery, even though the ball didn't hit the ground. And then they scored here on an 11-yard touchdown pass. So we're at halftime, and Marty, anything exciting to say about that?
Well, the coaching staff for Ripon has a lot of positive things to talk about in that locker room.
I agree.
About everything, and then they're going to. And then the monster, the elephant in the living room, is that stat, the turnovers.
Yeah.
And say, fellas, if you can figure out how to stay focused and take care in a fundamental fashion, secure the football, we can hang with these guys and we can compete with these guys. But we can't just hand them the ball and say, go on and score some points. Yeah.
All right, very good. At halftime here, the UW Stevens Point cheer squad is on the field.
And we hear that Ripon band, too.
And we do hear the Ripon band. Now, the UW Stevens Point cheer squad has come back every year for at least, now I think the last 3 years. There's a Ripon student, a Ripon alum, that's on the UW Stevens Point cheer squad. And I think it's Bree Modrow. I think that's her first name. You know, they had 3 girls, and I can't remember all of their names anymore. But I think she was the youngest one, Bree. So she's on the cheer squad, and it's nice that she brings back the cheer squad to Ripon.
How fun for her
year.
to come back to your home and be able to do this in front of your alumni. That's awesome.
And they really bring a nice job with all the cheer squad. So you can watch that at halftime, as I think the camera's set up for some of that. Meanwhile, we will take our break, and we'll be back to begin the third quarter after halftime. All right, welcome back. We are live, and we're glad that you have joined us to watch and listen here on the Ripon channel, youtube.com/Ripon channel. We're just about to start the third quarter. The Tigers will be kicking off to Waupun. Our score here at the half was Waupun 12, Ripon 0. Marty, as you mentioned, a lot of good things for the Tigers that took place in that first half, but 2 or 3 bad things as well.
Yeah, and it's taking care of the ball, right? And if Ripon can figure out how to do that, they're going to compete with more than half of the teams in this South Central Conference in this sport. So when they finally make up their minds and they get tired of doing it, they're going to say, you know what, guys, this is getting old.
Yeah,
you know.
Right.
Now, as I'm looking down in the field, I see one of our players is out. He's got a left shoulder.
I think that's Logan Stewart.
He's got ice on it.
Yeah, I think that's Logan Stewart.
Okay.
The first half took that hard hit.
Boy, did he ever, when he was standing flat-footed and gave his body up to a bigger athlete with a good with a good head of steam, and it lowered that shoulder. I hope he's going to be okay. I'd like to see him back out on the field next Friday.
Hope it's not separated or anything like that. Maybe just a bruise.
All right.
So. All right, it's Carter Kissinger to kick off. Back for Waupun.
Critical possession here.
Number 8, Graham Goplin is one of them.
Hard to see.
I think number
numbers.
2, Kyler Sanders.
I think you're right. It is 2.
And he's got it at the 21, 25 out to the 30, 35. Going to cut to the outside. And, he stayed on his feet after getting hit 40. And he's still going close to midfield. And that was Graham Goplin on the return. Good return for Waupun. Ripon just couldn't get him down.
Outstanding imitation of Parker Stelmacher that young man just did.
Should give a big shout-out to Alex and the Ripon High School Band. Did a great job here tonight playing through halftime.
And I'm going to give a shout-out to Ruben Bev-Yonke. Rube, I know he's recovering from an illness, and he's got to do exercises for that right hand, and I got him something in Colorado, and hopefully it's going to help him out.
I hope it does, too. All right, here's the handoff to Reeder.
Got to the edge.
More of an outside pitch and a sweep, and that is Hayden Reeder, and he gets some big yardage as the Tigers couldn't run him down until he got deep into Ripon territory to the 33.
It was a foot race to the edge. He won before the Ripon pursuit could get over there. He got real good positive results of getting that edge over the defense of Ripon.
Okay, we have a stoppage of the clock here. Unsure.
They're just waiting to get everything
lined
up.
Set. All right. Well, here's the pitch now to Reeder. This time going left side.
Whoa!
But a nice tackle there. Once again, Adam Mink runs him down, takes care of him. The first Tiger to make him cut inside
Eric Cumber.
Was Eric Cumber? Is that who it was?
Number 4, Eric Cumber.
He made him cut inside, and then Mink took care of him, and down he went. A loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, that's what we call the topsy-turvy play.
So now the ball moved to the left hash. Here's Boehm. Reeder again. Brushes off a couple of tackles, goes forward inside the 30, down to around the 28. Good run.
You know, this really is going to make it tough on the defense for the Tigers, because now if they're able to run the ball like they have, both inside and outside effectively, and you already know what they can do over the air.
Yeah, interesting.
Over top, I should say.
I was going to say, interesting, Marty. The first half, they kind of concentrated on the pass, and this drive, it's all runs.
Yeah. They got a 2-score lead, and I think they want to send a message.
Reeder again. Breaks a tackle. Flag down inside the 25 to the 23, so it's probably going to come back with a hold against Waupun, and that is the indication, and that's good news for Ripon.
Landon DeGraff, the 53, I believe, is the guilty party. No reason for it, by the way. It was
the running back was already past him.
Way past him, 5 yards past him. And that negates the positive yards on that run.
So the Tigers will move them back as well as they should. And the ball is going to be set at the 38-yard line to make it, 3rd and 16.
That's a costly penalty. Ripon needs to be thinking, you know what, let's take advantage of this opportunity here that they gave us by that mistake of holding, and let's see if we can.
Bain back to pass, looking to the right side, throws, caught
Nice.
at the 19
Nice.
and dragged down. Nice catch by Graham Goppelin.
Great routes, great passing. They do. If you give that quarterback time, man, can he pick you apart with a beautiful arm. Chase Bain.
And that's what he did. Gain of 33 to the Ripon 5-yard line, where it's now 1st and goal, Waupun. Good-looking play, that is for sure. All right, 1st and goal. Reeder got hit in the backfield. He's gonna make any yardage. Good job for the Tigers on that one. It was Braden Dudzinski on one of the tackles. A couple of other Tigers in there.
Braden
as
Dudzinski,
well.
22, was right in his midsection, and that was a bulldog. That was a cowboy taking down, hog-tying a steer. That's what that was.
Riley Jackson, number 64, was also in there. He's a senior. So no gain, 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's not fall asleep on their passing game, because it's all timing. Don't get sucked in if you're a defense. Take care of your man first before you think about run support.
3 receivers to the left. One of them intended for the pass,
Nice.
in and out of his hands, and that was Logan Prawl. So 3rd down.
Carter Kissinger, nice job. He didn't know if he caught it or not. That's not his job to wonder what's going on. He just took the man down in case he did catch it. That was good instincts by Kissinger, number 6.
So 3rd and goal from the 5. 4 down territory for sure.
Yeah.
They had no indication of a kicker at all for field goal.
Nope.
All right. Bame out of the shotgun, standing at his 10. And he's going to go pass again. This time it's cut in the middle.
Pretty.
Nice pass and catch by Logan Prawl. It's a Warrior touchdown.
Beautiful in pattern, what I used to call an in pattern. Down and in, down and out, and that was in, and once you make that cut, you now have your defender on your backside. So he's going to have to go through you to disrupt that pass. And it was just a strike that we've seen Bame throw earlier here tonight on a couple of occasions. Made it look really simple. You know, when you see a quarterback throw the ball like that, you think, you know what, he makes it look so easy. We could go out there and do the same thing.
Even a caveman can do it, right?
That's right, cave woman. You know, that's how effective he is.
Here's a snap to Prawl on that split.
Boy, are they see what they're doing?
Alignment, and Prawl gets the 2 points.
Yeah. You see what they're doing? You see the taunting?
Yeah.
But they're doing it in a way that they're not going to get a flag. Look at him. Look at him.
Still going.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it was a different offensive alignment, direct snap to Prawl, and he just ran it into the right to make the score now. The Waupun 20, Ripon 0, 9:04 remains in the 3rd quarter, so the Tigers will get the ball.
Now, Ripon cannot listen to what these guys are doing from Waupun, after they score. Just get away from them, listen to your coaches, get back. Think about the next play. On this case, it'll be kickoff return team. Keep your composure. Stay within yourself. Think about what you did in the first half, moving the ball. Go back to it. You're down 3 scores. And just one play at a time. As literally as old a statement as that is, it's so true. You just focus on what's going on at that moment.
Nice kick, taken at the 15-yard line, out to the 20, centers at 25, to the outside, 30, 35, 40. He's got some room out there, and down he goes.
Horse collar
inside
tackle.
The 45 is Vincent Mink. Any penalty and flag down?
No, I don't think they have the horse collar.
Oh, they don't.
But it definitely was a horse collar. Both hands.
So the run back is fantastic by Vincent Mink of Ripon.
You hear the fans yelling?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, they saw what I saw.
So that's to the 43 of Waupun. Great job of a 47-yard kickoff return.
Colson Bile, the senior, was on that tackle.
So the Tigers have it in Waupun territory. Nathan Hansen gets the snap. Stellmacher, 40, breaks some more tackles inside the 35 to the 33. Down he goes. And it's going to be very close to a first down. It will be a first down for Ripon.
If I'm lead blocking, I'm blocking for Ripon. I'm out there. Any of those when number 22 Logan Prowl comes down on that play, he better be looking. He better have his head on a swivel, because as long as that whistle hasn't sounded and he's coming in on the make a play, you can block him as hard as you want.
Gain of 10.
I saw a little bit of a hitch in the get-along on Ripon, number 3.
Kissinger in motion.
Dazinski.
Stellmacher again. Found a
Stiff
hole.
Arm.
Got some yardage, a couple, maybe 3.
Yeah, he implemented his stiff arm on the high guy, but another teammate did a great job of submarining Parker Stellmacher and taking his legs out. Good 1-2 punch by that defensive effort of the Warriors.
We'll call it a gain of 2 to the 31. So second down and 8. Ball is near the right hash mark.
Carter Kissinger brings in the play.
2 receivers to the right. Good snap. Back to pass. And a quick pass.
Oh!
It was
Nice.
Dylan Martina, but he was heavily covered by Waupun.
Yeah, it was a good pass, though, right?
It was,
I mean,
yeah.
It was the kind you want to make. Give your teammate, give your receiver an opportunity to catch it.
There just wasn't enough separation there.
No,
It was
there wasn't.
So close.
No, because it was just a straight release, a fly down the sideline. There was no hitch. There was no stop and go, no double move. And so that's how you're going to get movement. But the problem is you got to give Hansen time if you're going to run that type of a pattern.
Stops the clock with 7 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Waupun 20, Ripon 0, 3rd and 8.
Pass play.
Hansen looks, nice pass down the middle.
Whoa.
But overthrew everybody.
I don't know I'm not sure what that was all about.
Dylan Martina was the intended receiver, but it was over his head. And matter of fact, over the defenders' heads as well.
Never looked to the left. He had twins to the wide side running plays, and then he was looking at the man over the middle in the traffic, and that ball was nowhere to be found around a black uniform. So brings up 4th and long.
They're finally retrieving the football. Took a while.
Well, we do things slow here in the small towns.
Well, we need a better ball person, boy or girl, to be chasing those down.
Hey, we need 8.5 yards here.
We do indeed on 4th down. Hansen out of the shotgun, gets a snap, back to pass, looking down the center of the field. Caught, nice! At the 15-yard line.
Who else?
Declan Dudzinski.
And boy, what a nice job, because that was slightly behind him, and he reached out with that left hand and pulled it in.
And that took care of the defender as he kind of went for the ball.
Yes, he did.
And then there was airspace for Dudzinski to turn and run, and that he did all the way to the 13-yard line.
Carter Kissinger bringing the play in. It was Carter Kissinger down there on that flat pattern I mentioned earlier about he didn't go for the ball, he went for the man. This Waupun defensive back, like you just astutely mentioned, Lynn, he sold out. He's thinking 6, and he didn't get it. And when you do that, that's what happens. And the receiver did a nice job.
On 4th and 8.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 13 for Ripon.
Can they finish the deal here, Ripon?
Hansen, he got sacked back to the 20.
Well, something was wrong there. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, Wesley Coons got the snap. Marty, did it look like the running back went the wrong way maybe?
Don't know. We weren't in the huddle, so we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know if the quarterback opened up to the right incorrectly and the running back went left, or if it was just supposed to be a fake play-action pass. We don't know. But it was one of those situations in the red zone that you can ill afford to do when you're Ripon, because these opportunities to score come far and few between.
Well, back to the 20. 2nd down, 16. Hansen looking left to pass, throws, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Declan Dudzinski, but the defender, Logan
coverage.
Kroll, was all over him.
Yeah, he was. He timed it perfectly because a nanosecond sooner it would have been pass interference. He was on the intended receiver's back just as the ball arrived. Good defensive play.
That stops the clock with 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Again, Warriors 20, Tigers 0.
What does Coach Selgrad got dialed up here? How many rabbits are you going to keep pulling out of your hat? There are a lot of rabbits from a mild winter, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll pull quite a few tricks yet. Let's see.
3rd and 16. Back to pass, rolling left now is Hansen. He's got room. Little shuffle
yeah.
there to Declan Dudzinski to the 10, to the 5, and down he goes.
That is not easy, rolling out, going right to left, right-handed quarterback, and with a guy on your keister.
He was on him.
Full sprint. And a great pattern by Declan Dudzinski to be an orphan out there on the flat the way he was. And then he stumbles. You think, uh-oh.
Yeah, he got to the 7. I thought maybe he got to the 5, but apparently not. So it's 4th down, 3 yards to go from the 7. So another big 4th down. Can the Tigers convert?
Do they have the faith? Can Stellmacher break enough tackles here? Spread the offense and give it to Stellmacher? Let's see.
Back to pass. Hansen rolling to the left. He's got running room.
Run it.
5 down to about the 3 or 2. He's got enough for a 1st down. He took quite a shot as well.
Yeah, he did. It's like that Miami Dolphins quarterback last night.
Whoa.
Holy smokes. What a job. That was play-action handoff passes. We have a player down for the Tigers. That was a play-action pass to Stellmacher, and I think that helped because it froze the defense. When you have Stellmacher in the backfield with the success that he's had tonight, you as a defensive linebacking core and secondary, you have to read it, and that gave Hansen enough time to tuck and run.
The tackler was Isaiah Thurk, a junior for Waupun, and he got up a little bit slow after getting hit like that.
He got spun around like a helicopter.
Yeah, because he went after Hansen's legs, and good thing Hansen's wearing thigh pads, let me tell you.
That's a freshman down, Roddy Munoz. You got an offensive lineman, a 9th grader, playing out there. This is where you got to get the program where it needs to be. No way should a 9th grader be getting help off the field in a varsity level. That tells you where the numbers are with Ripon in football.
He's a good-sized boy, though, for a freshman.
I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. In the old days, if you were – freshmen didn't even play varsity.
Right, yeah.
If you were up playing as a sophomore, you were special.
Yeah.
You were a special player. Joel Flores was one of those guys in my grade that played varsity football as a sophomore.
Okay, so the ball's at the 2-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. 4:35. Now the clock rolling in the 3rd quarter.
Now a steady diet of Parker Stellmacher should be able to finish off this drive.
Let's see. Hansen, Stellmacher. Oh, he got hit immediately.
Yeah, we call that stone.
Whoa.
We call that stone. And the thing with that is the defense knew that too. And it would have been interesting to see if he could have gone wide on that. And I'll tell you, after that disastrous play, he's thinking, boy, I wish we would have gone wide on that.
Landon DeGroff.
So he lost a couple yards, 2-3 yards there, which is
made the tackle.
You think, well, 2 or 3 yards, no big deal. No, that's a huge deal down there inside that 10-yard line. They were inside the 5. Now they're on the 5, so they lost at least 2.
2nd down goal. And as Marty said, from the 5-yard line.
That O-line just got whipped up front. Remember, that one of the starting O-linemen, even though he's a freshman, 54, Munoz, came out.
Hansen dropped the snap, running for his life. Now more yards lost, back to about the 12.
And this is what we talked about in pregame, what we've been talking about in the first half, and it's come up to bite him in the britches here in the 3rd quarter, and that is composure, confidence, and all those things that go into being a winning program.
What about a timeout here just to regroup?
Well, let's see. I think you just called it.
Oh, they did.
And that's what he did. You got 2 back-to-back plays when you were inside the 5, and now you're going the wrong way, 2 consecutive plays. Excellent call. Lind, Good call. And the player's going to get them to simmer down.
Yeah.
And you got 2 chances to get in there. And it makes you think that they're going to have to pass it at this point, given the lost yardage on back-to-back plays. The thing is, you got to protect Hansen. You got to protect him. And he's not getting time when it comes to passing.
All right, that timeout comes with 3:05 in the third quarter, 20-0 Waupun. Marty, what do you got written down there?
Hey, let's talk about what's going on around the conference tonight. Wisconsin Dells is at Adams Friendship. We talked earlier, Berlin is at Nakusa. That's the game, the marquee game tonight in conference. Wautoma at Mauston, Waupun at Ripon. Let's talk about once again, the records overall of these ball clubs. Nakusa is 3-0 on the year. The only team, and 1-0 in conference, of course. Berlin is 2-1, and Adams Friendship is also 2-1, and they're tied for second. Wisconsin Dells is 2-1 overall, 1-0. Now the bottom half, Ripon 0-3, 0-1 in conference. 0-1 is Waupun in conference, but 2-1. Waupun, this Warrior team has 2 wins, both non-conference. Mauston is 0-3, and Wautoma is 0-3. Let's talk about next week. You and I, on the September 20th, Ripon goes to the Wisconsin Dells as we get ready for this third and goal.
From the 11, Hansen back to pass, looking into the end zone.
Hey!
Caught! It's a touchdown! For Ripon, Dylan Martina!
Oh, my!
Right down the middle. Perfect pass. Great catch.
What a difference when Hansen is standing, has time, and delivers the ball.
Flag. I think it's roughing the passer against Waupun.
No, those guys would never do anything like that.
So, all right, the Tigers with a touchdown.
No, your head better be on the swivel when you're playing Waupun in football.
But that's what the penalty's going to be.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure I just saw the tail end of that.
But what a play. And Dylan Martina, he's a junior. What a nice little pattern. He just ran a quick little in, didn't he? And then needed about just 2 strides and then fell into the end zone on the tackle.
All right. Point after touchdown kick. Carter Kissinger running onto the field late as Weston Page takes his spot.
Yeah, it could be because of injury. You're the backup for that position.
Okay, kick is up. And
got it, skimmed over. Boy, if they would have put another coat of paint on those crossbars, I think
would have made it.
It wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. All right, so that touchdown comes with exactly 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and the Tigers are on the board. It's Warriors 20 and the Tigers 7.
It's another stepping stone for this program going in the right direction. You're doing good things. You're moving the ball. You're getting down there in the red zone. All of a sudden, it's 1st and goal. You're inside the 5. You're feeling good about yourself. All of a sudden, whoops, loss.
Yeah.
Whoops,
another
loss. Timeout. Let's collect ourselves. Coach Silgrad simmers them down, calls a great play. The quarterback delivers with the number 11, the junior, and lo and behold, they got a touchdown against a team here that was dominating. I say that, no, they weren't dominating. They were very opportunistic in terms of taking advantages of the mistakes in the first half by the Ripon squad. Let's see what this does on the rest of this game. Now, Waupun wants to think, you know what, I want to take the momentum away, and we got to come away with a touchdown here, and the best way to do that is to open up our passing game. Ripon's thinking, you know what, we just did it once. Let's see if we can do it back-to-back. Defense, you did a great job tonight in this game by stopping the offense for Waupun in their first 2 offensive possessions. Let's do this now with exactly 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Let's do it again. Let's do a 3-and-out, in fact. Let's shoot for that. That's our goal, 3-and-out. We haven't seen that punt team for Waupun in a while. Let's see if we can make that happen.
With the penalty, Ripon will kick off from the Waupun 45-yard line. So, with any luck, Ripon can keep Waupun deep in their own territory.
3rd and goal from the 11. Looking at that adversity and coming away with 6, that's another great positive step.
Here we go, Kissinger. Big
Good kick.
Taken at the goal line.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15 to the right side.
Hit him.
And down he goes at the 20. So good deal for the Tigers. On the return was Caden Del Ponte, number 11. And he's down exactly at the 20-yard line for a 20-yard return. I think it was the quarterback, Nathan Hansen, on the tackle. So, Warriors ball, 1st and 10. Left hash mark. Chase Bame, the quarterback. That's Hayden Reeder. Next to him, he gets the pitch. Cuts it in, and a gain of about 2. But a good stop by the Tigers. And he's been on the field all night making tackles is Adam Mink, the senior.
And Eric Cumber made him cut back in. Good job, number 4, doing your job, turning the runner back into the pursuit.
That's exactly right, and he's done that basically all evening.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is getting another teammate out there. He didn't get his number, is holding the edge. You hold the edge, keep him from breaking it to the outside until the reinforcements and the cavalry come.
2nd and 7.
There you go.
Here's a handoff to Kyler Sanders.
Interesting.
A senior running back for Waupun.
This game's not over. I'm interested. They choose to run it on the first 2 downs, Lynn.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with their prolific passing attack that puts so much pressure on the secondary for the Tigers that they're choosing to make it 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5.
That's another gain of 3. So now it's 3rd and 4.
They're that confident that they're going to complete this pass because I'll tell you, it's going to be a pass. They got trips to the right.
Back to pass. Oh, illegal shift against Waupun. Yes, illegal motion. So that'll put them back 5 to make it 3rd down and 9 with 1:34 remaining in this 3rd quarter. So Waupun being struck by some penalties here. The roughing the quarterback, and now illegal motion. So 3rd and 9. Bame looking to the left.
Get to him. Pressure.
Now he is backing up, rolling to the right. Throws.
He ain't going to have
it's caught.
Is he going to have
but it's going to be short.
I'm not
I think at the 26-yard line. So he's going to be about 4 yards short. So, Marty, you got your wish. It's going to be a punt.
And I think they played into the defense for Ripon by not that they can't run the ball because they showed they could do that, particularly in the second quarter. But what you do best, right? What is your bread and butter? And it is going airborne. And they chose not to do that until 3rd down. Late getting the player out there.
Yeah, late player coming in for Waupun. Bame the punt. Kissinger back. Oh.
Forced a short kick.
Yep. Oh, and Kissinger let it go.
Yeah, it's the right decision. There's too many guys too close coming at you that could have done it. Yeah, I know he gave up 10 yards. You'd like to field it. I hear you, Lynn, but you had 2 white jerseys barreling right down on you about 4 yards away.
Waupun downs it. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say Waupun downs it at the Ripon 27. There's a minute 6 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So here's an opportunity, Marty, for the Tigers to get a little closer. Their last drive was a good one, resulted in a nice touchdown to Dylan Martina. Matter of fact, Martina made a couple of big catches on that drive.
It's about 1st down with these guys. Can they get at least 4 yards on 1st down?
Hansen the snap. Stellmacher up the middle, crossing the 30, all the way to the 35 before he is down, maybe the 36. So it could be a gain of 9 on the play.
I'll tell you, he just needs a seam, Parker Stellmacher. And once he gets that seam from the big boys up front, his speed, his second gear is so fast that the defensive guys reacting to him are just barely getting to him with arm tackles, and he goes right through those.
2nd and 1. Stellmacher has the 1st down. More. 40. Keeping going. 45. 48-yard line.
Wow. He's a fullback. He's a fullback with halfback speed and quickness. We're not used to seeing that part of his game, are we? But it was always about the speed game and getting to the edge and going north-south kind of thing. The way he is slicing and dicing tonight up between the tackles, it's been really fun to watch.
Another first down for Ripon. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Hansen looking downfield. Oh, my.
No.
Throws an interception at the 40, 45, 50 into Ripon territory.
No.
He gets hit out of bounds. The interception is by Miles Sherndon. And there's going to be no penalty. But Sherndon got hit out of bounds, and he's down. I think he lost a little air.
I think it's the other player. Anyway, I see what Coach is doing. Selgrad, he's trying to balance that attack. He doesn't want everybody just, looking at 23.
Well, Coach Selgrad's having a little talk with him, and it's another lesson learned, I guess. At least you hope so.
Now that was underthrown, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was not a definitive throw. And I know it's got to be frustrating for these guys. I get that.
Along with that, Marty, that was the last play of the third quarter. So after 3, it is Waupun 20, Ripon 7. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we are back live, and we're happy to have you watching and listening on the Ripon channel. Just beginning the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10, Waupun. Back to passes, Bame. Oh, quarterback sacked by the Tigers. Nice job.
Finally got home.
And I think that's, 53, Weston Page, the sophomore.
Isn't it nice to get home on the QB? It happened almost that he threw it away late in the second quarter tonight to avoid a 12-yard sack. But that time, no, the underclassmen, great job.
Loss of 1, we'll call it. And it's 2nd down and 11, Waupun.
I like the way the defense responded after that turnover.
Receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Reeder, the handoff, goes across the 35.
Bring him down, get the legs.
Still going down, and then he's really whipped down out
there. By who else?
Nice job.
65, the headhunter.
Yeah. And running back, by the way, was Kyler Sanders on the carry. But it was a gain of 7 just inside the 30 to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Adam Mink, just nice. You got to get him sooner, and he's the tackle, so he's running, 8 yards down the field to finish off that tackle.
All right, 3rd and 3. Bame in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Sanders with it. Trying to the outside. Has the first down. 25-20. Breaks free. Beautiful. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kyler Sanders.
Nice run.
It was a nice run. Had some good blocking. Saw the lane. Cut back. Went through.
Off right tackle. Broke it up like you said. Huge hole. And then was able to hurdle the last would-be tackler and got in clean.
So that makes it now 26-7 Waupun with the point after touchdown play pending. And that's a funny alignment how they do that. They put 4 on the right.
Yeah.
And the other 7 on the left. Direct snap to Logan Prawl.
They know what they want to do, obviously. They're just trying to confuse the
Now they do a little more shifting.
And
So Prawl will get the snap. He's going to run to the right, pass, and it's caught. Did he make it in? He did.
Yeah.
So Prawl with a pass to the right side out there to Braden Torres, and the point after touchdown pass play is good. Now it's Warriors 28 and Tigers 7. And, you know, Marty, looking at Waupun after that PAT, could have been a little excessive celebration going on. The officials chose to ignore it, I guess.
Yep.
So that comes with 10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
We've seen, you know, the way this game started in that first quarter, and you look at what the defense did for Ripon on their first two outings out there, making Waupun punt on their first two possessions. Offense moving the ball, and then that stat that we talked about. They're going to look back at this game tonight if they don't come back somehow and win this, which would be amazing in itself. They're going to look back, and this just comes back to those turnovers in that first half.
Yeah, some missed opportunities. There's the kickoff to the 13-yard line. And, hey, some running room there, crossing the 20, crossing the 25 is the returner.
He fumbled
for
it.
the Tigers.
Let's see,
oh,
was
there
he
is
down?
a file.
How are they going to
fumble.
rule it? Was he down? Because it was definitely a fumble. I thought he was down, but.
Yeah, I thought so, too. He kind of got whipped around there. His
Yeah.
knees were down, and then
The ball squirted out
Yeah.
towards the Ripon sideline all by itself. No. Wow.
they're going to call it.
Okay. I'd have to see a replay to know for
Yeah.
sure, but I certainly thought his knees were down when it came out.
So, a fumble on the return at the 24.
And it started, that's another part of the game we've seen now here in the second half where returners have had a problem corralling the kickoff, just catching it. And and that time it came up and bit them with regards to the turnover.
Yeah, the returner kind of fumbled the ball initially, then picked it up and took off. And
then,
wasn't a bad return, but.
No, it was good effort, but throws the timing off of everything. Here we go.
So it is Waupun ball at the Ripon 24, 1st and 10. Bame in the shotgun, gets a snap, hands off to Sanders, breaks one tackle, but he's not going to break the second one. And down he is going to go. Noah Michael, number 5, a freshman, made the tackle.
Yeah. Weston Page, the sophomore D lineman, almost had himself a tackle for a loss. And then his buddies finished it up.
Minimal gain.
A foot.
But the statisticians will give him a yard. So 2nd down and 9.
Those darn statisticians.
Can't trust them.
No, you can't. You can't trust the numbers. Here we go.
Waupun now will use the clock as much as they can here. Snap. Sanders again up the middle. 25-20. He breaks free again. Marty for a touchdown right up the middle, and he just snuck his way through.
Yeah, quick hitter at the point of attack, and once he got to the second level, there was nobody there at the second level for the Tigers. So did a nice job of at the point of attack getting through there, and then there was nobody there, just him in the goal line.
So a touchdown run, second of the evening for Kyler Sanders.
And they've all come rather rapidly here down the stretch, both of them.
So Waupun now at 34-7, point after touchdown, more of a standard alignment here. Bame, the quarterback under center, and he's going to keep it, roll to the left. Now he's going to run up the middle. He's got it, but a couple of flags are down here. So let's see what they're going to be calling.
This will be an interesting call just because where it happened during the middle of the play.
Yeah.
And it was thrown elsewhere. Good job on the bootleg, naked bootleg, hid that ball really well. And nobody for Ripon knew where that ball was.
So a flag in the middle of the field, Marty, and a flag here at the Ripon sideline. I'm going to guess one's got to be holding or both holding. I don't know. 9 minutes, 19 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Warriors 34, Tigers 7.
So it's against Waupun.
I think so. I think they probably both are. Whatever moves them back the furthest.
On an extra point.
Yeah, whatever moves them back the furthest. Okay, there's the illegal shift. And then the second one is unsportsmanlike conduct.
What did I tell you about the team?
So, yeah.
Every year.
They had that excessive celebration, which I thought was a little bit.
Yep.
So now the ball's going back to the 23-yard line.
Now that we've defined that they will not attempt to kick.
Yeah.
Because with the ball being spotted on the 23.
Yeah. So this would be a point after touchdown.
It'd be roughly a 51-yard attempt.
So Boehm is out of the shotgun on this play. Of course, they have to get to the end zone.
Hey, let's get this game going, huh? He's missing
now
a player.
They only have 10 on the offense. Here comes number 11.
Where's delay a game?
Well, they haven't started counting yet. All right, back to pass. Waiting. Throws to the right side into the end zone. And incomplete over the head of the receiver, Emmett Hall.
Thank goodness. Would that be a slap in the face?
Yeah, that would have been a little
to complete the 23-yard pass over the shoulder for a PAT.
All right, so the point after touchdown play, no good. 9 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Waupun 34, Ripon 7.
So Ripon, they're, you can see what's happening right now. They're, this is hard. You realize now that, after scoring that touchdown, things did not go your way after that. And so you're kind of, you hang in your head a little bit. You're not executing to your best ability when you're out there. And the momentum shift changes. All of a sudden, the touchdowns are coming easy on the ground for Waupun, where the ball on the ground tonight, I think Ripon defense did a great job of minimizing the damage on the ground with the running game by Waupun. And
all right,
let's see.
Here's Boehm with the kickoff.
Can we start right here with a good catch?
Going to be taken at the 15,
there
20, 25.
Nice.
To the left side, crosses the 30.
Good job.
And down goes the returner. And I think that's going to be, is that Carter Kissinger on the return? No, it's going to be Vincent Meek, number 10.
Boy,
and a nice little return there.
Yeah, and just, once again, we talk about this every Friday, at least when I've been here. And, you got 9th and 10th graders out here.
Yeah.
And Meek's one of those sophomores that playing with the big boys under the lights on Friday night. And I tip my hat to all these underclassmen that are out here, some of them starting and a lot of them participating.
The return to the 33, so it's first down and 10, Ripon. Hansen the snap, Stellmacher, he's not giving up. Crossing the 35 before he goes down. A couple of tough yards there for Parker.
Uh-huh.
We'll give him the 36. Gain of 3, so second down, 7.
Kissinger brought that play in, I think, Coach Selgrad.
I wish we had a stat keeper. I'd like to know how many yards.
It would be very nice to have a stat keeper.
How many yards he's got tonight.
We got twins to the right to the short side of the field, single back with Stellmacher.
All right, second and 7. Stellmacher again. Left tackle.
Nice.
And crosses the 40.
Jeez.
He's close to a first down. He does have it out at the 44.
Man, what a competitor.
So, yes, Parker Stellmacher with another run and another Tiger first down.
You talked in pregame. Parker Stellmacher is averaging 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, I bet he's got
that
that tonight
too,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's more than 5 yards tonight. They had a couple garbage plays to end the first half. They gave him the ball for no yards. And
keeper by Hansen. to the outside, and down he goes. Crosses the 45 to about the 46, maybe a gain of 2. You know, I worry about the quarterback keeping the ball on those outside where they get landed on his shoulder or something.
No, I'm not worried about the shoulder. I'm more worried about the lower extremities where you see evidently horse collar tackling is not illegal, and where a lot of these guys, it's called dead weight, where you go high on the guy, you secure him, and then you leave your feet and put that dead weight in onto their legs. So it's always, I think, knees and ankles first.
2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2.
Blitz.
Back to pass, down the middle. It's got Dylan Martina. Does he have it? No, it's intercepted.
It deflected.
Oh, it did. To Caden Del Ponte. And he turns it to almost midfield. I thought Martina had it.
Yeah, he did until he hit the ground, and it popped up right into the hands. A very unfortunate. There was nothing wrong with the pitch and the catch. It was just a very opportunistic play by the safety, I think that was.
Now 2 more flags right at midfield.
Well, you know what this will be.
The Caden Del Ponte, the junior, made the interception. So holding on the return by Waupun. So that will move them back 15, it should, to the 34-yard line, I would guess. Nope, just a 10-yarder to the 39-yard line. So, 1st and 10, Waupun. 7:08 remains in the 4th quarter.
We've seen some weird things happening tonight, unfortunately, mostly against Ripon.
Yeah, right.
Where we saw the ball squirt out of a running back's hands, good enough for an 80-plus yard, I don't know what you call it, a fumble, I guess. Never hit the ground, just went into the arms of a defensive tackle who ran it in from 80 yards out. And then what we saw here on the deflection on a
I thought,
catch.
It was right there, Martina.
And the referee, to his credit, was right on top of the play.
Yeah.
So he didn't blow his whistle.
All right, so Waupun was late getting a runner or a player out on the field, so they take a timeout. We will too, and we'll be back here in a moment. Back live at Ingalls Field. Waupun ball on their own 39. 7:08 remains in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. Good snap. Here's the handoff to the running back, and he is taken down hard by Adam Mink. That's Hayden Reeder, who's back in the game.
Both teams, a lot of hard tackling.
Yeah. Kind of where they grab them and throw them onto the ground.
Which is not form. It's not form tackling by any means. You're right. There's been a lot of the grabbing high and then whip them down. Yeah.
Gain of 2. 2nd down 8.
Mountain and I will wear the shoulder pads.
Well, from the 41. Oh, the snap goes right through the quarterback's hands, and he downs it at the 2-yard line, I believe. Nope, the official's going to call it the 24. Well, that's a generous spot. So back to the 24.
He's guessing that's where he began his slide.
Yeah, I guess so.
If he handles the bounce initially the first time, he was going to grab it, turn around, and see what he could do. But then he muffed it a second time, and then smartly he just went down to the ground.
3rd and 25. Here's Reeder on the carry. He's going to bring it out to about the 28-yard line. So that'll make it 4th down, and I'm sure Waupun will punt. as the clock continues to roll now. 5:35 remaining in the fourth quarter.
I tell you, this Ripon bunch tonight has done a good job. They got a taste of what it feels like on both sides of the ball, to do your job. And that's just going to make them better. I'm surprised we haven't had this earlier more times tonight with delay a game on Waupun just getting called.
Well, they'll move them back 5, so that'll help the Tigers a little bit. So, Boehm, the punter, will punt from his own 12 or 13-yard line. Carter Kissinger moves up a little bit for the Tigers to about the 43 as we await the snap. It's a good one. Almost blocked. And down it goes out of bounds. Just inside midfield on the Ripon territory at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at that spot. They'll have 5 minutes and 2 seconds to work through here tonight.
Well, you always want to, when you're, when you're taking a team, first-year head coach, and you're trying to turn things around, right the ship in terms of the direction of the way the team becomes a better team, you want to finish. You like your last thoughts as you walk off the field tonight to do something positive. So I'm not so sure they're just going to sit there. Now, it looks like they got some reserves in there now. But I see Parker Stellmacher. I think that's him lined up.
Here's the snap. Yep, new quarterback in for the Tigers. The new quarterback is going to be Jackson Nelson. He is a freshman, number 12. And was it Stellmacher on the run? I guess I didn't.
It was.
It was, okay. So Stellmacher's still in.
Oh, well, I better make sure. He looked like his build.
Did it? Yeah.
It's just hard to see these numbers.
Yeah, I think
They're
is.
Even. The ball's even with us.
It is 23, Parker.
My next thought was, if that's not him, he should be out there more often.
Nelson awaits the snap. Gets it. Stellmacher again. And he gets hit right away. And now
he ripped his helmet off. Let's see what happens.
Somebody's helmet is off. Oh,
let's see what happens.
The Waupun player's helmet is off.
Let's see. 2 flags right there, so the ref saw it, unsportsmanlike.
Which side?
I don't know.
I think it's the Ripon side.
Must have. I wonder if that was Stellmacher.
I think it might have been.
Yeah,
no.
I think he's wondering why are the whistles not being blown right away.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, it is a penalty against Ripon for unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, made that an easy call for the official, the Ripon player.
But, you make a valid point. I mean, he wasn't going anywhere. He was going backwards.
Progress has been stopped.
And the whistle wasn't blowing.
No.
So that puts the ball back to the Ripon 28-yard line. That's something I don't know if I've ever seen, Marty. So that's
that's I think only Larry Zonka could do that.
So 22 131 game. So it's going to be 3rd and 31.
Mm-hmm. It'll be another handoff.
I hope so.
Well, Waupun, let's see what they're watching.
Nelson. Oh, no, this is going to be Cumber with the ball. Hey, what a breakthrough for Eric Cumber. He's got a first down and more on the left side off the tackle, and what a huge run.
He just doesn't play defense, does he? Oh, my goodness, his number 4 got some feet. Whew.
What a beautiful run by Eric Cumber.
Man. He is quicker than he's faster, but man, is he quick.
To the Waupun 33-yard line. What a job. Good job.
Fantastic job. And I think the defense was kind of just thinking, well, this is a foregone conclusion.
Yep, but here's the handoff again, up the middle. Crossing the 30 to the 28. That's probably Cumber once again.
3.5 minutes remaining. Running clock.
And yes, to the 28-yard line. on the nice run by Eric Cumber.
What better way than to end this game on a
Be nice to get us another score, yeah.
Yeah, get another score in there. And
it's Warriors 34, Tigers 7. That was a gain of 5 by Cumber, so 2nd and 5 from the 28. Nelson awaits the snap. Gets it. Cumber to the outside. Nope. Down he goes. It was a good tackle by Owen Kloosterboer. He's another freshman for Waupun.
Yeah, big boy, 88, shot right through. He just did a great job with his hands, shucking off the blocker, and I won't even say bending to the ball, attacking the ball.
Yeah.
Nice job by the big 9th grader for the Warriors.
Loss of 6 on the play. So that makes it now 3rd down and 11. From the 34. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the 4th. Nelson, Cumber, up the middle. And he gets a couple of yards back to the, we'll call it the 33. Gain of 3 brings up 4th. I'm figuring Ripon's not going to punt. They're just going to go for it here, and why not? And they'll run the ball, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Officials actually mark it at the 32 to make it 4th down and 9. Again, the quarterback, Jackson Nelson, just a freshman. Can't be all of 130 pounds, can he, Marty?
If it's wet.
Back to pass, rolling left, looking to throw. He does. Caught at the 23. That's going to be enough for a 1st down or very close to it.
Looks like about maybe a yard he got the first.
Declan Dudzinski. Nope, Carter Kissinger on the catch. To the 23. It is a 1st down.
Nice composure by the freshman quarterback.
Yes.
Because he was being chased. I mean, and he threw a dart to the senior Kissinger as they get Kissinger brings the play in. So Kissinger catches the ball on the far side, has to run off the field, get the play from the coach, turn around, run back out, get a low 5 from the quarterback for the catch and the pass, and then get in there and run another play.
All right, Nelson waits the snap.
Good cardio.
Back to pass again. This time throws to the right. And, incomplete at the 15.
On an out, ran about a 7-yard out.
Yeah.
And Kissinger, the quarterback, just needs a little more on that, and it's going to be another back-to-back reception.
It was Declan Dudzinski, the intended receiver. That stops the clock with 41 seconds remaining.
Well, maybe that's a blessing, making it 2nd down and with the clock stopped like that. Because you're really not going to call timeouts given the circumstances.
2nd and 10 from the 23. Back to pass, Nelson throws to the right into the end zone.
Going for
touchdown! Declan Dudzinski!
Oh, a 3-step drop, and that skinny little 9th grader threw a beautiful strike right on that post pattern to the senior Declan Dudzinski for 6.
With 36 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Boy, that kid is happy. Jackson Nelson.
Well,
as well he should be.
You darn right. You've been sitting here. This is week 4. You're not going to get out there, right? You're just a 9th grader that's there as backup. And the kid turns sideways. You don't see him. I mean, he's got the kid.
Yes.
We got to get him. Get him to Culver's or something for God's sake.
Get him a couple of Butterburgers, man, and a couple of shakes.
Yeah, nice. What a toss!
Point after touchdown kick is also good. So that updates our score to Waupun 34, Ripon 14.
Oh, man.
Very happy. Happy.
Yeah, so happy for these guys. They're so young. The seniors doing a good job and the juniors doing a good job working with these young kids, I can't imagine what these practices are like, They You're not a lot of size out there. You know, I say that. I'm doing those pre-games out there, and I see these guys going by me. I'm going like, geez Louise, did I shrink or what? Even so, but these underclassmen that Ripon has to have out for varsity to make sure you can field a team, and then for those kids to go out there and bring their A games like that. And they're starting some ninth graders. That's like, wow. That's big time.
Yeah, the 2 touchdowns here were that pass there to Declan Dudzinski, and then earlier Dylan Martina caught a nice touchdown pass as well. So those are the 2 scores for the Tigers tonight, and the point after touchdown kicks by Kissinger were both good.
And Martina showed, was that against Clintonville? Caught some touchdown passes, I think, too, that he's got that knack for getting open.
So we're going to end on a high note anyway, which is good.
We haven't seen Ripon kick too many times tonight. Let's
No.
see what we do here. Squib or straight away? Let's see. They had to wait for another guy to get out.
Yeah.
Had to wait for another guy to get back there for Waupun, a return man.
All right, so it's a nice kick.
Yeah.
Going to be taken at the 20, and
he just downed it.
He downed it, and downing the ball was Hayden Gibbs, a junior for Waupun.
I don't get that, to be honest with you. I'm surprised. Well, maybe he wanted, you know what? Maybe the Waupun head coach wants to run some offense with his underclassmen, and he didn't want to take any more time off the clock because you're looking at 35 seconds.
I don't know. Looks like first team is out there. Bame is out there yet, and Kyler Sanders is out there yet.
Oh, that's what that was. You're right. Waupun brings their starters back out.
Yeah. So, well, they're in victory formation, though.
Okay.
So they're in victory formation. So this will be the last play of the game. And down he goes.
Interesting. That you would, bring your starters out to do that victory formation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
That is it. So the clock will run down. And the Tigers, home fans, give them a nice hand for a good effort tonight. And they ended on a very positive note with a touchdown there to Declan Dudzinski from Jackson Nelson. Marty, where are we going next week?
You and I are heading down to Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
and then when we're done at the water park, it'll be a little nippy. Then we're going to go Captain's Cove, play some miniature golf. And that's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, there's a football game, too.
There is.
Yeah, Ripon Tigers. They're heading down the highway. I just drove by there coming back from out west. And it'll be the Wisconsin Dells. And taking them on. Tonight, the Dells is at Adams Friendship. And then so we'll roll into there next week, next Friday night. Just, this is real simple coming back to tonight's contest, and that's simple. I mean, they're going to look at film. They're going to, God, offense, look what we did. Look how we moved the ball. Look how we threw the air on the ground. Stummacher, amazing. Take off your cape. And then you're going to look at defense. Look what you did to this aerial assault team. So many times you made them punt. You had, you did all these right things. And all of a sudden, we self-imploded, fellas. We talk about it each week in practice. We can minimize that. We can compete. And congratulations to Coach Selgrad and his coaching staff. Even though they lost this game on the scoreboard soundly, they are. I think they're riding the ship. I'm seeing things that you go back to week 1 and week 2, and you're going like, what's going on here? And,
Waupun celebrates because they have the little brown jug. They have retained it now for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
And good for them. Ripon goes to 0-4, 0-2 in conference. Waupun 3-1, 1-1 in conference.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick Cronin working camera up here in the booth. Executive producer Riley Nicenagel was not here tonight. We don't know what's going on. There better be some fish left over when I get downtown. Vincent Propson, the athletic director, who does a good job of making sure we have what we need. Band director Sam the Bam Erickson.
Bill Kensinger is the high school principal. Our tech supervisor, I haven't seen him since the end of the Ripon College Women's Championship postseason tournament, Jonathan Steffen, the Lawrence grad. He does a great job with the technical stuff, something you and I know absolutely nothing about. And then Nyla, who does a great job, Brenner, learning. And she actually shot tonight, my first pregame with head coach Selgrad. So she did a good job once she got the right equipment. It was awesome.
All right. Well, very good. And we hope that you enjoyed our broadcast. Listeners and viewers, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. And until next week, the final score, the Waupun Warriors 34, Ripon Tigers 14. For Marty Ernzer, I'm Lynn Krause. You have been watching and listening Ripon Tigers football on the Ripon Channel.
Nice call, guys. I listened to the whole thing. Yeah, your play behind is awesome. Oh, I did. I listened to the whole thing. Nice call.
Well, we tried.